for this, I'd really appreciate an email to me or a little video. So would you do a video? Are you doing a video now? Oh, brilliant. Okay, great. So what I advise in the studio is, it's how I began to understand for myself. When I go and do a whole head, like I don't know how to paint a head, to be honest. I know how to paint sections of a head, but I don't know how to paint a whole head. Still don't understand it. Now, how do you put all this stuff together and make it appear three-dimensional, make everything in the same place? It's really complex, but I can isolate things out with paint. Each one of these is a different palette. Some of them are from old master paintings, right, that I'm copying. That's Sargent, done around 15 minutes. That's done over around an hour. That was longer. That's around 10 minutes. Here's that impasto work. Can people see that there? The impasto work in this one. That's what you're seeing in all these heads at the moment. Venetian red, you start with your shadow and you work up to the light. And the trick is have 3 brushes. One for dark, one for mid, and one for light. That way they don't pollute each other. So even though it's all done in one session, look how bright that is there. Because we use a clean brush for it and it doesn't get polluted by the dark. That's a modern palette. Look how different it is to this. That's alizarin crimson, an ultramarine blue. See that amazing purple there? And it's also got cat yellow light, which gives the white really warm. That's Old Master palette. That is Old Master palette, Jenny Saville. That's contemporary. Look at the alizarin crimson there. Now the reason I brought this chart out was to show you all the different energies. The Jenny Saville energy is very violent and aggressive and loose and Francis Bacon. Here I'm doing more like a Vermeer, a really quiet approach over around 2 hours, maybe an hour, 2 half-hour sessions on one eye in the class. The energy of that is that energy. It's not that it's painted the same way, but as I mentioned earlier on, the energy disposition of you goes into the painting and then we feel it, right? Which is really beautiful. So the quietness of this eye is like that. That eye isn't. You know, that's Jenny Saville. That's really piercing. Look at these 2 eyes here. Here we have a grisaille. These are taken from Fellini photographs. There you have an eye, a bit Dracula looking, and then another eye there. Once again, painted in around 10 minutes each. Okay. That's not relevant to this. This is relevant. This is relevant. Here we have a Vermeer eye in black and white, just a painting I did from a photo of a woman I took. And once again, we have a very red eye there. Was that with you, by the way, Alex? Was that from one of your photos? No. Okay. Look at each palette, and what you'll notice is some approaches I leave the shuddering, the brushstroke. In other ones, in realism, it's tiny little dots. Look. See all the tiny dots? It's very soft brush. So with that, you're finishing with squirrel hair or weasel hair. You can start with a hog hair, but you gotta finish with squirrel hair or weasel because synthetics can't do it. So if you use synthetics, like dump them for the finishing and use only squirrel or weasel, right? They're really great. So this piece here is probably my favorite piece in the show. It's like I'm so surprised that this piece is here. It's just amazing. We'll look once again at the cloth, and I'm going to look here at the richness of these. Go to the next page. And could someone shine a light on that one, please? So look at the tone here, and we can see the yellow oak is even higher than that. Do you see it? It's really green. Once again, there's no blue in this anywhere. The palette is Venetian. You know, it's a very cold, stony red. And it's so beautifully done. The black and white make the eyes look blue.
And is this show going around the world, or
I don't think so. I think it's just an exchange between
the
here.
National Gallery says send us some.
Yeah. So they get pieces, and then they share pieces out as well.
Right.
On it. When we're talking about human presence, like for me, the Rembrandt's great, but that beats the Rembrandt. This is amazing. This is mind-blowing.